Hello and welcome. This is Nolan with Discover NC Homes, and I have Aimee today with us, our in-house stager. Aimee, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet.
So, want to talk about the importance of staging. Aimee is really essential in our whole listing presentation and what we do as listing brokers. So, biggest, I think, bang for your buck, and what she has taught me repeatedly is we do three things. We try and go in and recommend declutter, depersonalize, and rearrange. And Aimee, if you could just maybe explain those. What is decluttering?
Decluttering is when you take away things in rooms that we don't need. So when we go into a bedroom, for example, we want key points of the bedroom to stand out. We want the window, we want the molding, we want the flooring. We want all of those things to stand out in a picture. And when we have lots of items around the room, lots of blankets and pillows and lamps and, you know, different types of decor, it takes away from the actual bedroom in what we're trying to sell. So decluttering it changes pictures.
I agree completely. And that kind of leads us into our next point, you know, rearranging. Just, you know, simple rearrange, but explain kind of what that does and what that might look like.
Well, it's very common when I walk into a dining room to have, you know, you've got a big dining room table with a hutch and some chairs in the corner. And a lot of people have very pretty molding around the sides of their rooms. But if you've got chairs and plants in front of the wall, we don't see the molding.
I agree completely.
So just by rearranging furniture, taking a few things out, it really makes the room, one, look bigger.
Yes, which is important.
It's very important. Makes it look bigger than, you know, in a picture, that's very important. You want it to look as big as possible. And two, again, we want to show off that key point of the room, which might be the window, the molding, the flooring, the ceiling, the chandelier, all of those things.
Yeah, so it kind of feeds in, I agree.
Yeah.
And lastly, you know, depersonalization is one of the most important. At least I know, to me, I'll get sidetracked very easily, and I'll let you get into it. But if there's a whole, you know, collage of family pictures, you start to focus on them and put together the scenario and the grandparents and the kids. But please just, you know, reiterate, why is it important to minimize that?
So first thing, when you have a potential client walking in your home, you want them to immediately start imagining their belongings in your home, their furniture, their family pictures. You don't want them to walk in and see a huge wall of all of your family pictures, because then they start looking at it. You want it to be decorated. You don't want anything to be bare, but you want to have enough room and enough open space that they can walk in and start pretending and imagining that it's their home, and they can turn this house into their home.
I agree. And it's really all about creating a neutral palette.
Correct.
So, and kind of in that breath, you know, when you're selling or someone's selling a home, they don't necessarily want to put any more money into it, but can you share with us, if there is some money to be put into it, what is the biggest bang for the buck, so to speak? What can you, after you've done this, which is just a lot of really legwork and rolling up your sleeves, what else can be done that might change something or help it more neutral, feel more neutral?
Painting.
Okay.
And painting a neutral color.
Okay.
So if you have a wall that is red, most times people are going to want to change that, and it's just one more thing on their list of something that they have to change when they buy the home. So if you can and you want to, then I would paint, but I would stick with something neutral. Okay. Something that would go with most any type of decor.
Okay. That's very good information. So, again, Aimee, she helps transform homes, so she's part of our listing, presentation. Aimee, appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Bet.
And if you have any more questions or if you want some more advice about staging, please just contact us. Thank you.